The Trump administration slamming new sanctions on Russia for its meddling in a 2016 election and its organization of malicious cyber attacks. This while the UK plans to build nearly a $70 million chemical weapons defense center just days after the poisoning of a former Russian spy on British soil. Here now to discuss Herbert London, London Center for Policy Research president. Should we brace, though, for another round of that kind of meddling in the midterms?
Well, you can be sure that something like that will occur again. And, you know, there's a history of this. You can remember 10 years ago, Litvinenko in Russia had some polonium put into his tea, and he died. It's a consequence. We should not allow this sort of thing to happen. I believe that the steps taken are consequential, but insufficient. My belief is that we should start freezing all Russian assets in the United States.
All Russian assets.
All Russian assets in the United States. Let me tell you, that sends a message. Sends a message to Putin, who is very, very aggressive in interfering not only in the United States' politics, but in our corporations as well. And it's time for the United States to say enough is enough. We've had an administration, the past administration had acted in a somewhat appeasement manner when it came to Putin. Now I think we have to act in a very different way.
What about, let me ask you, the poisoning of the former spy and his daughter on British soil? Theresa May really came out forcefully. I mean, she, you know, a lot of people are saying it was Thatcher-esque, you know, in her force, but they are limited in what they can do. You know, expelling 23 diplomats. You know, they don't have any sort of military. They can't really, they don't have, there's limits to what they can do. How much should we even assist the UK with respect to even that issue to send another firm message to Putin?
Well, keep in mind, you've got a lot of these very Russian wealthy people living in the UK. You could send a message to them. And there's no doubt there are a lot of assets there.
Right. A lot of those $100 million pads in London belong to Russian oligarchs.
Exactly.
Right.
These oligarchs play a very significant role in the Russian economy.